What's up, guys? Mark, Mr.H Kressin, reporting live from the H Academy headquarters, and I wanted to give an update alert on what has happened with Conner Kelley before we start the podcast. We had Conner Kelley fly out here 2 weeks ago. He did the podcast. It was a great episode. We're going to get into that shortly, but I wanted to give you like a little update on what happened. We flew him out. We did the podcast with me and Fetty, and then he had practice one weekend before the WCPPL played. He was going to be playing with the Hawks. His points, he just squeezed in on the points. His pro status was just low enough to be able to play. They went out to SC Village. They had a great practice. And on the very last point at SC Village, Conner Kelley tweaked his knee. He hurt it pretty bad where he had to end up flying home. He got home. He got checked out by the doctors. Nothing was torn. Thankfully, he has been in recovery mode for the last couple of weeks, and he's definitely going to be playing in Chicago, so you don't have to worry about that. But I just wanted to update you guys before we started the pod, because the pod, we were talking about him playing with Houston Heat, or playing with the Hawks, but he was not able to. So let's get into the pod, boy. Conner Kelley, we appreciate you, and I'm glad you're doing better. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another full experience podcast, and this time, I got Conner Kelley in the building and Konstantin Fedorov.
What's up, boys?
Two of Houston Heat's best players in the game, the OG Russian Legion and the new young blood Conner Kelley. What's up, Conner? How you doing? How was your flight?
Loving life, man. It was quick. Got here quick and just enjoying it. A lot better than Florida, I'll tell you what. Dude.
Yeah, that's right, baby. SoCal, baby.
Oh, dude, got off the plane. I was like, this is nice. I'm like, it's not 100 degrees out. This is nice.
That's right. Conner, I know you've been on a few other podcasts. You kind of told your backstory, and we might get in a little bit of that today. But I think it's just awesome that you were not too long ago not playing pro, having to pay for everything, and now you're on. I would say the best possible
greatest team
the
in
best
the world.
possible paintball organization ever.
Yeah,
with the greatest family who owns it.
Oh, dude,
Smith family, Sergeant Mama D, and now you're getting taken care of pretty darn well as a paintball player, traveling around like this, and then what are you thinking now? How's everything in your paintball career going?
I didn't even know these levels were possible, dude. Like they're like, I was like, I'm worried about this one thing. Like, you're worried about that? Are you serious? I'm like, get out of here and let's play paintball. All right. And I'm like, this is sick, man. This next level is dope. So it's pretty cool to be here with the family and Mama D and Randy and everyone just being so supportive of the team. Fedorov, dude, just sheesh.
Who would have thought? I mean, because you're still young. I just found out you're only 20.
Yeah.
When did you start playing paintball?
2013. So I was like about 9 or 10.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been going since a
Still
young
that
bud.
bad?
He's turning up. You told him to turn up. He's turning up.
No, but check this out. Even for me, like, because we grew up watching Dynasty and Fedorov, this guy, like, even every time Fedorov comes in this building, for me, because I literally we love paintball. Brandon Short is right here to our left.
Crazy.
This is like, got to be one of your idols, one of the best snake players coming up in the game.
Disneyland right now,
Yeah,
dude.
you're like, we're rocking out
Crazy.
here.
I'm telling you.
I got to be, but what I was going to say is, like, Fedorov comes and picks you up to the airport and brings you here. For you, how young you are, if I was in your position, it's like, I'm stoked right now.
Dude, it's insane. Getting off the plane and it's just, he's texting me and I'm like, dude, what is life?
Happening?
What is life now, dude?
And then tonight, he's going to take you to Sarge's house, which is in San Clemente, kind of by where me and Danny live, but he's on top of the hill. You're going to live the life. He's living the paintball life, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy.
Jacuzzi in there, private room, everything.
It's ridiculous, dude.
What?
It's awesome.
Yeah, so I got to say, like, for a kid, because I just want to get in, I want to run this podcast a little bit differently. Like, for a kid, like, that was just starting like you, what would you tell them to get to this point? I mean, you're still young. What would you tell a kid who's like grinding right now and he's like, damn, I'm still like D3, D4, or maybe he's grinding up to D2. What would you tell someone to like try to get to where you are now?
Just don't stop grinding. That's the biggest thing. I took like 6 months off and it halted my career by 2 years. So it's like little things like that where if these guys are like lacking the motivation, then it's not going to happen, right? But if you keep grinding and just believe in the process that these things will work out, because I didn't think, when I first went pro, I didn't think what I was doing was correct. I was like, I don't even know if I'm playing good paintball. They're saying I'm playing good paintball. I don't believe them, But, yeah, just keep grinding. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. Do you have coach on your team before?
Yeah. On the Kings?
Yeah.
He's heating up, dude. I told you.
Yeah, that's sick. I mean, with anything too, like for us, even starting HK, I mean, we started in our parents' garage and we were making no money forever. And then we were making like $500, then $800 for years. And we're like, this is tough, but we kept going. And now it's all paid off, and we're doing really well, and all of our friends who are ex-paintball players, Shorts here, LJ's over here, Kenny's upstairs, like everyone around us is doing good too.
Yep.
So it's like you said, just stay consistent and keep grinding.
And that's what's so cool to see is because when I first heard about paintball, I saw like an advertisement at the airsoft store, right? And I look it up, and the first video I watched was like, I think it was NPPL something, but it was an HK video. They were all HK videos. I'm
Cassidy,
like,
baby.
This is amazing. I'm like, my dad was like, do not watch those videos because he played, and like his last event was 2002 Disney. It was the last event at Disney Wide World of Sports. And he's like, dude, it's too expensive, man. We're not getting into it. So I was like, dude, I like paintball. He's like, fuck. He's like, damn it. I knew this day would come, but I didn't think. I'm like, I promise. I can make it back. I promise.
So your dad played paintball.
Yeah.
And then he didn't bring you to play paintball. He took you to play airsoft?
Yeah, we played airsoft because he was
airsoft's
like,
a little bit cheaper.
a little bit cheaper. That's what
Yeah.
he thought. And
Yeah.
then he was like, oh, I guess, yeah. And then he looked at paintball. He's like, maybe it's not so much. And then he got into the tournaments. He's like, oh, shit. And
Yeah.
I'm 10. I can't really work a job yet. So I'm like, please.
Dude, that's
great.
sick. Yeah, back then we had Cassidy here and we were pushing YouTube heavy. This is before like Instagram was really rocking or anything. And back then on those YouTube videos, we were getting millions of views. Like for real, we would launch a video and YouTube would freeze every time.
And that's
At
hard
350
back then on
views.
YouTube. Yeah.
We were like, yes, this video is going viral for sure. Because it would stop at like 350 views and it wouldn't move all day. Then we wake up the next day and it was at like 500,000. We're like, this is insane.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Like even in the airsoft stores, you were
Yep.
seeing those videos.
Oh, dude, I'd just watch an HK video. I'd see like somebody playing in the video, mud flying. I'm like, that's dope. And I'd try mimic in the house. I'm like 9 years old. So I'm like, this is so sick. And then it was just snowballed from there. And now we're playing paintball. So
Yeah, that's sick. So what do you think about Florida paintball? Tell us about how it is to play in Florida. What field do you play at?
I usually play at Tiki's or Legacy sometimes. Kind of just bounce around, just wherever's open, you know. It's fun, man. There's a lot of people. It's hot, so people grind. Those tournaments, you usually play probably like 6 or 7 X-Ball matches in a day for your local tournament. So, like, that's what these guys are growing up in July. Like, it was like 110 last weekend at the
hot as hell.
MVPS event. Oh, ridiculous. No wind. Like, oh, dude. So everyone's grinding, and it's pretty cool to see that there's multiple fields now, not just only CFP. We got, like, Tiki's, and then if you keep going south, there's some fields, and there's a field open up north. So, like, it's just growing, you know. It's awesome to see. But
Sick. Did you ever play around any of the Tampa Bay Damage guys?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Keith or any of them? Or
Yeah, growing up, I'd go to CFP a little bit. I used to play for their farm team, the Tampa Bay Damage Crew, I believe it was called. So I played with them, and I got to hang out with those guys, and it was pretty cool. Just like, this is what pro paintball looks like, and because that was my first like, this is what pro paintball looks like, and that was 2015, something like that.
Sick. No, I think that helps so much when you're that young and get to be around all those guys and everything. It
Yeah.
kind of helps boost, like know what's possible to see. Like if they're doing it, I could do it. Like what's
Yeah.
the difference for me? That's good that your dad had you around.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like when you asked, like, what would you tell a kid that's kind of confused? Watch HK videos or any video and just pick out the raw of like what players are doing, and then just try mimicking that into your game. And that's what I did, and it helped me like get to a next step of like, all right, this could be actually something to make further, you know, to actually benefit me.
Yeah, Fetty, what about you?
What about me? I don't know. You guys talking about that?
No,
the
but-
things
but-
like how you're watching the video
because-
and everything. I don't have this thing. I just jump in a team. I was like,
You were
don't know,
just
where am I?
Fetty was just a kid in Russia. There was no. We're gonna
No
go down the
YouTube.
street and watch
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Damage. He's in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, it is because I started playing in the snow.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm confusing right now. I don't watch YouTube videos. I don't watch anybody playing. It's just like get in there and start like practicing. And now I'm here.
Yeah.
It's
was
a
a-
totally different experience.
A whole different mentality, a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Did he like tell you about the OG like training regiments of Russian Legion way back in the day?
No, but I've actually talked to like Karslev and those guys about this. And
Yeah.
like,
Garslev doesn't know that.
back
in the days, he not
those
even
guys were
close. I
beating
mean-
it into their heads, I guess, at Tiki.
It was like they took it as serious as you could for
they-
like a paintball team. Like I know
Yeah.
Heat's serious, but this was like a NFL team or like a professional soccer team. Like they took it 7 days a week, like dead serious.
But weren't you guys like paid by the government to like play as a professional team, like as like an NFL?
I don't
team
know what's the
almost?
deal.
I just know,
about
like-
the government.
No, like in a good way, not like a weird way.
No, I don't know about anything
Yeah.
about the money, what they did, but
But it was like a real professional rather than like how paintball is now.
that's
where
what
it's like,
owner of the Russian
Yeah.
Legion started to do. Like we start practice 6 days a week,
Yeah.
for 6 hours. So we have a break. So we have
6 days a week for 6 hours. That's already like that.
Jesus.
But that is what like an NFL team, a pro hockey
Exactly,
team, like
yeah.
a real professional sports
A
organization.
national, yeah.
right, but it was a full experience with like physical stuff and paintball. So we have like 2 hours of physical stuff, and after we have a break for 40 minutes, and after we start practicing with paintball, like drills and games and everything. We play like so many situational things.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it was super hard, but we did it for 1 year, and after we changed the game plan and everything, schedule it. So
When like you guys were doing, we're going to Russia and training that hard, and then you finally came out to America and played like Dynasty in them. Could you notice instantly that you guys felt better than the American players?
first of all, I can say by myself because I was super exciting because I don't like 7-mans or 10-mans because for me it's a boring game because it's like slow game. I don't like it. I like action. I like crazy stuff. And whenever we start, I think I'm not remember what year the European X-Ball League starts, but as soon as it come up, I just oh my god, I love this.
X-Ball.
Yeah, X-Ball. And after we have show up my match versus I think this is All Stars like Philly Dynasty and somebody else like the mixed squad.
Yeah.
And we play versus them just like
Smash them.
yeah. It was like 15-3 or something and Spesh said, dude, I don't know what this guy doing it, but they so good. I remember this Spesh tell us. So right after that we went to NXL US. I was super excited to play versus American players because back of the days, my guys in Russian League tell me, so NXL it's the biggest league in the world. This is the best players in the world, and I want to do as much I can to beat those guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like really excited about it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because even I mean Dynasty in their heyday, no one in the States was playing as much paintball as these guys were.
Change the game.
So that's why these guys got so good so fast, and you guys were beating people up for a lot of years there.
And also this has changed practice. I mean, this has changed like the full paintball world because right now you can see all the teams are practicing. It's not just the weekends. It's just like sometimes people go during the week. Sometimes they go doing the drills and everything. Before that, it was like just Dynasty maybe practicing and maybe who else? Avalanche or somebody else.
Oh, back then?
Yeah, back then.
Yeah, Avalanche was always out.
Right, because they have
Dynasty, they had money.
huge
back
battle
then.
all the time. So right now you can see every single team practicing like semi-pro, divisionals, everyone. So this is the change the whole level of paintball.
Yeah. You guys stepped up the level of paintball for everyone out here in the United States.
Yeah, the
You
owner
guys
of
got
Russia,
so good that everyone out here had no choice but
Yeah.
to start playing as much as possible.
right? Owner of Russian Legion, Sergey, he did like super nice thing to grow paintball in Russia and grow paintball, I think, in the world.
Yeah. No, he did because everyone's taking it damn serious, just like your team, Houston Heat. And that's another thing, too. So how is it? I mean, you were on ML Kings, pretty good organization, but now on this team, you were playing next to him, who's like #1 in the world ranked, if you look at the stats.
Yep.
Then there's Mishka. Then there's Tyler Harmon.
Dude.
Then you got Ronnie and Yaya and the rest of the guys, and Moorhead, like the whole team, Chad George, everybody. But like, how has that been like next to these like superstars?
Every second is like you learn something. Like no matter what, if it's practice, life stuff, cooking, like just random stuff. But like
Cooking? Did you talk with Mish about it?
Mama D's like teaching them all the recipes.
I mean, everyone is just at like the elite level of everything, right? When you're at that level in paintball, you kind of get that way in life, you know? So like this guy's not slacking in other things in life, so it's kind of cool to have these people like, this is how I can form myself into that next step, you know? So it's cool because I just have these people around to where it's like, these are my teammates, these are my family now, so it's just awesome.
Yeah, they say they'll know. I don't know the exact quote, but you'll know where you'll be in 5 years by your circle of friends or something
exactly,
like that. So
yeah.
you like kind of leveled up to a better circle.
Nothing against them. It's just like the level of paintball and where that takes you in life and where these guys have been, you know? So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
No, that's epic. Okay, but so we flew you in for the podcast, and we're gonna do a shoot today. You see everyone on their neck. We got numbers on here, so we're adding to the chains. So you're gonna be able to pick your number. I'm number 83 on my jersey, so I'm rocking it. Fetty's got 88. You rock 23. So we're gonna have these available. But that is not why we flew you in. We flew you in because you're going to be playing with the Hawks, baby.
Let's go.
We had to bring in some higher guns, baby. They needed a little bit of help. We got rid of a couple guys. There was a little beef going down with Mike Mesa. Mike Mesa's going to send the dogs on J-Stu, bro. It got crazy. But so you took Mike Mesa's spot. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he used to play on Dynasty a long time ago.
Yeah.
He kind of...
He was playing on Aftermath for a while, right?
Yeah, Aftermath for a while. And then who was he playing semi-pro with? In Newbies. Yeah. So he's a great guy. We like him. He's cool. But you're kind of taking his spot, and Fetty is coaching. And, so you're going to be playing with Danny. You're going to be playing with Kenny. I don't know if you knew who Kenny Rosenberg back in the day.
Met him, yeah.
He used to play on Dynasty and Aftermath, and then the Hostel Kids with us. And
we've been playing VR all night.
Oh, dude, yeah, sick. So you guys are in the VR already.
Great.
Let's go. Shout out Trost Lord.
Let's go.
He says that this is his last event and he's retiring. So Trost Lord's pretending he's retiring, but he's not going to. He loves it.
Can't leave.
He does. This will be his last event will be with you.
I know that.
So you got to help these guys win.
Let's go.
So what are you thinking? So you already knew what WCPPL was, right? This league down here. This is Mike Kimmons' league. This is like the league of all leagues in Southern California. So there's still a lot of good competition. When you get out there, you're going to see Mouse and Spica coaching, Marcelo's coaching a team from Vegas. Like it's really...
For him, it's like Faraday right now. Like all those people around coaching, playing. Like
Rainey's out there coaching. It's like you got to take it serious. What are you thinking coming in? I know obviously you only get a week to play with these guys, or a couple days actually. How many practices will there be? Two practices.
Two, yeah.
A Saturday and Sunday, and then it's go time.
It's go time.
The rest of it, he'll be practicing jacuzzi.
Yeah. What are you thinking? But at least Fetty's here. Keep you comfortable.
I'm excited, dude. It should be fun. I've always wanted to play with these guys, so it'll be a good time. Hang with the boys. Got Fedorov there. Todd will be there. So
yeah, Todd will be out there too.
I think he's too shy to talk right now.
No, he's good.
He's like, oh.
But what are we thinking? I mean, this podcast will probably be out like the day the event starts or something. What are you thinking? Are you gonna run down the field and just handle people, or are you gonna play it slow?
I'm gonna try doing what I could do.
Let's go. We can't give all the secrets out. Yeah. Fetty, we were talking to Fetty on the last one about you coaching.
Well, I mean, I'm just excited to have him here because I know he's like mentally right now what he's feeling and how he's playing, and I just excited to see all the guys like taken together and just start flying on the field.
Yeah.
Because I'm really like to like small things than kind of tricky moves and everything. So I try to. It depends what kind of field will be, but I try to find something.
But he's going to come out with some sneaky little game plans. Mouse and Spica, you don't want this smoke, dog. We coming.
I don't think they can read it.
We coming out some weird ways. Fetty, you were saying when I asked you about Conner on the last podcast, you're like, I can't wait to see him in like 2 to 3 years.
I would say 2 years.
What do you think about that when he says that?
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Not much I could say.
Yeah. He's young and like so right now you're 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
So he's young and he's not aggressive like I became in pro because I was super rude guy. I was like don't care about who's in front of me. I just try to do as much as I can. I try to play with mentality of the people. He didn't do it. He just play on straight on. I just want to see him a little bit more aggressive outside the field and in the field. So I think this is helping him. That's the biggest thing he have to bring in the field.
Got it. That's good advice.
Yeah.
That's cool, too, that Fetty's like, he kind of wants to take you in and groom you just to be an absolute savage in a few years here. Like, I think you're already playing great, but in a few years, he knows because this guy's been around. Like, you're just going to be a monster. I think that's insane to hear that from him.
I mean, dude, hearing anything he says to me where he's taking time, where he's like, hey, this is how it should look, not like this. And it's just cool. It's nice. It's like, oh, wow, like this is what it is, this is the guy.
Yeah. Let's go, Fetty Wap. Okay, so earlier I was talking about this move with your buddy Carter.
Yeah.
Shout out Carter, we see you.
CD.
Oh, yeah, I wanted me to say that we wanted to announce it here that Houston Heat's picking up Carter, so watch out, ML Kings. He said, what? Got you, boy. He said, well, I don't know about that. So ML Kings, better get your checkbook ready or we're coming. I'm just kidding.
All ML Kings right now. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
I'm not saying nothing.
Not
saying nothing.
Hey, you heard it here first on the Full Experience Podcast, baby. No, so we watched the clip. Last event, you guys were playing ML Kings. Yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah. with your old team. I was like, Connor's gonna come down and handle these kids, dude. Let's go, because you're with Heat. You probably want to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And there was a few points there on that snake side. I think Tyler was behind you. You were here, and then your buddy Carter was like, you guys were
Just being
like,
sneaky. Yeah.
And he was being sneaky where you thought he was up at the 50, and then I don't know if he moved back or what. Where you came around, he wasn't there. Then he came around and smoked you, and then Tyler would come out and then
handle business.
Tyler would handle him. Tyler was savage. But can you kind of break that down to us, like of that clip specifically, like kind of what was going through your head on that match, like of all that? Were you like amped up because you're playing your old team? Like I'd be all excited.
No, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, it was more of like I was too quick to be the aggressor in a sense, where it was like if I just stopped and grabbed Tyler Harmon and was like, hey man, he's in the Viper, let's go handle this guy, and we do it together. Instead, like in the clip where I come around and he comes around and messes me up, literally Tyler gets into the snake next to me and goes, hey, I'm here, and then I'm launching. So like I never once like stopped him, like, yo Tyler, what can we do to like figure this guy out?
Yeah.
So that was the big change from that second match to the.
But sometimes in momentum, you take it or not, and you try it.
Yeah.
So you can say this is wrong.
Yeah.
So don't blame on yourself. I will teach you.
But yeah, so you were just saying for that clip specifically, if you would have just taken some time, spoke with Tyler a little bit, and then worked it out together.
Majority of those points where I was going down, I would just literally go down to bunker one person.
Yeah.
And then we would trade, or I would get shot, or he would get shot only, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And it was never like the two guys going, because that snake, you needed two guys to go in there and attack.
Yeah.
Then you handle everything.
Yeah.
And if I just waited and grabbed someone, I was like, hey man, let's go solve this together, instead of like just trying to do it by myself or whatever the case is. But goddamn, it was
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Hey, no, I didn't know what it was because I was like, man, maybe it's like because he's playing the old team.
Oh
or
no,
like,
no,
it wasn't any of that.
I literally was practicing
And
those
then
guys.
I find out
Yeah.
who the other kid was on MO Kings because I'm not too familiar with everyone. They're like, that's Carter. That's his like best buddy that
Yeah,
he's playing
yeah,
with.
yeah.
I was like, no way.
Yeah, I would play behind him, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If Fetty would have just shot everybody, then there wouldn't have been a problem.
Well,
Yeah,
I
dude,
tried,
what
but
the
I mean, he
fuck?
too far. I might have shot you at that point. If
you
somebody
didn't shoot me.
I might crossfield.
Okay, you actually may have, because I did get shot.
I've seen something. Oh, I don't care.
That is too funny. Yaya wanted me to ask you about this Brad Pitt. Haircut.
Dude.
What happened with that?
Dude. So it's was it the Texas event? Yeah. So I fly out to the Texas event, and right before I fly out, I was like, I'm just gonna get a little haircut. And I had some pretty long hair, right? And it was like the football look. I don't know. It was just the long flowy hair, right? So I get it cut, and I'm like, I usually go to this like Great Clips, and that was my first mistake. And I go in there, and I'm like talking to the lady, and she's like all confident. She's like, I got you. I know what you want. She's like, you want the surfer cut? And I'm like, yeah, nice. And then she cuts it. Dude, the whole thing is like a bowl cut. I look like, dude, I look like Karen. That's what Todd kept telling me. A Karen.
Oh,
it was like
shit.
just like the common day Karen. Dude.
Yeah. You were a Karen.
So I pulled up to Texas looking like Michael Cera from Year One, and then went to what did we go to MVP Clips or something like that, and then Todd was like, make him look like this. I'm like, what is that? It's Brad Pitt.
Oh, really?
So like from there, it was great.
Dude, that's
And
so
then-
funny. Too, also, like, the first time they had you at one of the team practices, you guys did, like, one of those funny videos where, like, were they reading you?
Oh, I was reading, a bedtime book.
Yeah,
It was,
you're
like,
reading
part of my rules.
but
Yeah.
that's what I think the best thing about Houston Heat is. Like, they get in and it's like one big like fun. You could be
Dude,
yourself. You
yeah.
could joke around. Not everything has to be so damn serious. You guys could do funny shit like that.
Yeah, there's no like groups. Nothing's clicked up. It's just like everyone was like, "Oh, hey, welcome to the team." And I was like, "This is awesome."
Dude, I mean, if we can record everything,
Oh, there's
there'll
some crazy
be
shit
nuts.
that goes down.
We have so much outside of the camera, and we can catch it. Ronnie sometimes he tried, but I mean, it's just randomly.
Ronnie gets free gold with the goddamn vlog,
Oh,
dude. Because
dude.
he's like one of the only ones with the camera over there. He
Yeah.
just gets a highlight reel of everyone doing stupid shit. It's hilarious.
Sometimes in the morning, Todd went to the kitchen and just started doing like crazy stuff, and we were just crying.
Yeah, Todd's hilarious too.
He is
So-
character. He is character.
How is that with Todd coaching? Because I mean, you've only since you came on, Todd was the coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, only Todd.
I mean, and that's the craziest thing is just like growing up and watching this guy at PSP and him coaching all the different teams and just bringing people to victories and stuff. And then now playing under him, it's ridiculous, dude.
Dude, Todd was a savage. Shout out Todd.
Dude.
The PSP days when he had his big fro.
Yep.
And he was on Aftershock.
Yep.
Dude, Todd used to be the most jacked, in shape kid
Animal.
ever. Way back
Yep.
when like Tyler Harmon was 11 and Todd was running around because Todd's a little bit older than us. He was so fast, it was insane. And I think he hurt his knee, and then it kind of like he started doing
Caught up,
and stuff. But dude, back in his prime, Todd was an absolute savage. Like straight
He was.
Yeah.
He's
back
definitely.
when you were playing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Russians and all that. Like Todd, like with the Rev Pro going was insane. Shout out Todd, baby. So he's
Man.
been good. He's been good under. You like learning
Oh,
from Todd and
the best, dude. Like every aspect, and like a lot of people, like when I first got on the team, they're like, "You're not gonna get playing time. You're not gonna get play." I'm like, dude, when you go to a team like that, like that's not. You're not gonna get playing time like that unless you really, really stunt. Unless you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So even the times where I don't get the playing time, I'm still learning. You
Oh,
know?
dude.
I sit in the pits. I'm in the finals with Dynasty. I mean. Just because I'm not on the field does not mean I did not take a million things away from that weekend, you know? And
Yeah.
like talking to Todd, it's just like
Weak
all these
mentally.
different things. Mentally, yeah, but like still, it's just like that's a big aspect of all this. Being there, being with the team, seeing how that ideology is ran at that level and that far into Sunday, you know, not being freaked out, not rushing, everything's calm. Like, I haven't seen that before, you know? Like,
Yeah.
this is like, I say like this is like the high tier pro team, you know, and going back to like even the divisional days, I've never seen anything like this. Like everything's taken care of. Randy's in there with the paint, got it down to the exact bore size. He's like, if you don't have that in your barrel, then you're not playing. Like just having everything to a T. Everyone's the pit crew. Shout out Houston Heat pit crew, the best. Shout out How, all you guys. Just
Cal is phenomenal guy. He
It-
did
it's
so
How's
much.
he is?
No,
Dude.
not like
Oh,
not
not that Hal. I was
It's
like,
a
what?
different guy.
How's the best, dude. Just the pits,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, absorbing all of that,
Yeah.
taking all that in, even if you're not even on the field and just seeing that, understanding that, knowing that, okay, this is what we're supposed to do, or this is what I'm supposed to do,
Exactly.
and just having that knowledge, even if you get the opportunity when one day like Short's getting paid a good chunk and change to coach these divisional teams, now you have all this great knowledge to bring to other people
Yeah.
and potentially get paid for or whatever,
Yeah.
and just for you to be better too. But you know, I was talking to Danny too, and he was saying like, because he plays semi-pro NXL with Brandon Short and a few other guys, and he's like the biggest thing from like when he sees the Heat pit to like a semi-pro pit, it's so disorganized. It's like not all taken care of. Like you
Yep.
guys in that pit structure is a huge help. For
Yeah.
you guys don't have to think about all that crap.
Yep,
Where
yep.
they're in there trying to learn game, like do the game plans.
Look
play,
at his face right now.
and then worry about paint and reloading and wiping hits off. They're doing it all themselves. We're like the
It's-
pro pit's a good pro pit because some
Yeah.
of the lower division pros, I say lower division pros because they're still ran sloppy, but Heat, Dynasty, Impact, like
Yep.
all those pits are ran good and high level like that.
and
you
that's-
don't
yeah.
notice that until like you're stuck doing all that shit yourself.
Exactly. Yep.
And it's
And that's like it's in that match where it's okay. It's you're down 2 points. Just 3 minutes left. You got guys coming back that are tired. They're dirty. You know, someone goes out with a hit on them, penalty.
Yeah.
You just lost it.
Yeah.
So it's like if you didn't have a good pit crew where everyone was on their stuff and nobody had to worry about anything, players just came in, got water, talk to the coach. The way Todd has it set up with Randy is just the way you come in, talk to Todd, handle your business, then go get air and paint. If you don't play the next point, watch the point, tell Todd what happens. And it's
Forget
like,
about Pat.
Pat does his own thing. Pat's in there working the
Got an
numbers.
iPad doing something. I don't know what he does. Can someone
just
explain
play-
what Pat
he
does?
just
Equations.
Playing video games on there. Pat, what the hell are you doing?
Equations and oh jeez,
What do we think about Yaya? You like Yaya?
dude, he is the man.
Let's go, Yaya.
I just texted him the other day. I should start paying you for saving my ass because he just reminded me for something. I'm like, dude, you're the man. I'm like, with everything, he just got it.
He's good. Like for everyone.
I
who
think
doesn't
he's
know.
the soil of the Houston Heat.
Yeah.
Because he like whatever he see him, always positive.
Yeah.
Always.
He's
So-
always positive, and he's taking care of so much that no one sees behind the
Yeah.
scenes for the team. He's a good guy.
And he was a huge part of me coming to the team and
Oh.
making it easy.
I was gonna ask you that. Yeah, because I was getting some questions from Yaya, because obviously he's been with you. He's like, ask him how he got recruited onto Houston Heat, and I don't know, like how did you come from MO Kings to Heat? I literally don't know.
Dude, it was the day after World Cup. Like everything, just like life was a mess, dude. Car blew up. I had to move. Like it was just a million different
Crying
things.
in the corner.
Yeah.
It was all going downhill.
And then
It was all over, boys.
on top of all of it, Todd calls me. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Good, just hanging out." And he keeps calling me, keep talking every week. And he's just like, every week he'd be like, "Hey, so what are you doing next year?" I'm like, well, probably should play with the Kings. And he was like, so, because I was like doing the weapon stuff for the Kings. And he was like, so who would run that, if you left? I'm like, I don't know. He was like, well, figure that out. I want to see if you play for the Heat. I'm like, what? And I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm trying to figure everything else out. I'm like, Todd, I got a lot going on right now. And that I was talking to him, and he's like, just why not? I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're about to play for the greatest organization in paintball. Yep. Everything will be taken care of. I talk to Tyler all about it, like all the time. He's like, bro, there's no other place in the world where they will help you out this much. And just like, it's a family, everything's great. Everything, no matter what you have an issue with, they will handle it. I'm like, this is just, I would have been pissed if I didn't take the decision. Dude. And all the homies, they were happy. Like all the ML Kings guys, they were just like, that was the whole goal, was to get people to get to this position, you know? And for them to be like that just made that whole thing easier.
Way easier.
Chad literally just writing everything out of how everything is ran. He was like, you do this, don't do this. I'm like, all right, cool. Everything's good.
You have a whole list of it?
No, I'm figuratively. Come on.
We have rules in our team. I was like, oh my God, I've never seen it.
Don't talk to the Fedorov guy. He's crazy.
Don't talk to me.
Isn't that so cool though? Like, look, we're not even at World Cup yet. That's not even like a full year ago.
Yeah.
And all hell is breaking loose. Cars are down. We're got no money. We don't know how we're gonna make it. Todd calls. You're not sure if we're gonna do it. You do it. And now look, I mean, you're on your way up. You know what I mean? You're on your way there. So it's got to be a good feeling that you did take that.
It's just crazy to look back when I first started and be like, wow, HK, that's dope. And then
we're here, baby. Look at
HK, we're here, dude. That's so sick, man. And we're here with Fedorov. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, dude, Tyler, I've known Tyler a long, long time, since like he was 11. I love Tyler so much. And us HK was like a good role of getting Tyler on Dynasty. Like first Tyler can get on any team he wants. Tyler's a stud. But like we were able to voice our opinion to get, at that time Dynasty needed a lot of help back when we first got him 10 years ago. And Tyler to get on that team, and then Tyler ran with Dynasty for a long time, and then I like to say we were able to help Tyler get onto Heat too, just being in our position. And me and Tyler talk all the time, and he's just so thankful to be on Houston Heat with this family. And he's been through every organization from every pro team, and even he'll say there's no better team to be on than Houston Heat. And he's been with all of them, including Dynasty. So that tells you something.
And he's just a different breed, dude. Like
he's an animal.
I'd be rooming with him, and he's just
a different guy.
It's crazy. He's like showing me books to read. I'm like, this is dope.
The way his mentality, his thought process of the world, and energy and spirits, and
just so like you could feel. We talked about
his vibrations.
You could feel it, dude.
When me and him together, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We're like he's too much power.
It's like two persons in one, because outside the field he's like one guy, super nice. In the field, he's like animal. That's
animal.
like two things.
When it's game time, it's game time, and I think that's how a lot of us are. Something switches.
Yeah, but his face.
We're not your friends anymore. We're here to fucking win. Like, we're here to do whatever it is to do. And then
Maniac.
You get off, and it's like, oh,
yeah. Nice to meet you. Everything good. But
you like Tyler?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's really friendly, and sometimes he not understand what we're doing. And like sometimes he think, oh, you guys stupid, or you guys psycho. What are you guys doing? But he's too friendly outside the field. It's one of the nicest guys.
Yeah, nothing but good spirit.
Always positive, dude.
Yeah.
Every situation, he's always positive.
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like he acting like a kid, but it's not. He's too nice. And I feel bad sometimes when I say something and just, sheesh. He
could take it.
I have to be like a little bit softer because like this different guy.
Tyler grew up in Sacramento, baby. He's from the hood.
Oh yeah,
he'll handle shit.
No, I understand that, but I mean sometimes I feel rude.
Tyler. Okay, so what are you thinking about the team thus far? Like how you guys have done? I think I watched you the first event. I thought you played really, really good that first event you came on, and then at the last event there was a couple little hiccups, but I think you still play good. How are you feeling going into this next? What is it? Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
How are you feeling? And how's the team looking? How's everything going into Chicago?
Yeah. I'm super excited. I think it's kind of nice, though, that this is the one sport where failure brings, some enlightenment, where it's like, okay, well, we can try this next time or evolve here, that we think maybe we need to work in this specific area with this minor thing, because we're talking inches or miles here in the pro league. Like if not everyone is connected and everyone's communicating, then you lose to the ML Kings. Yeah. If certain things happen because of such minute changes in the team, you know, and then you don't go to the quarterfinals or semifinals, you know. And I think every event we're learning, and it's cool because I'm just here taking it all in with these guys and just trying to play my best paintball and just learn every second. So I'm excited.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do it.
No, I'm excited.
Chirac,
baby. See, Ronnie got his car stolen. Ronnie's from Chirac, Chicago. Ronnie walked outside. Did you hear about this? He left his 2 cats in the car. They went in to grab a box, and someone took his car with his 2 cats. It was insane. And then his cats were missing for days. Then they found one, and then like 3 days later, they found the other one. It was insane.
And Pablo will be nervous
It's wild
so
out
much.
there. It's wild out there.
Like, where's my daddy? Where's my daddy?
It's wild out there. But I just got one last question I wanted to ask you, and then we'll wrap this up because we got other stuff to do today. But I don't know if anyone I'm just curious. Who is your favorite player growing up? Did you have a favorite player?
there was so many.
Was there?
But at the same time,
Usually everyone had one.
it was. I want
It's a paintball player or it's
It doesn't
outside?
have to be this guy. Don't
Can
worry.
it be
Just
a-
because he's here.
No, I'm
No.
saying it's a
Screw
paintball player
Fetty.
or it's just like any other sport.
Fetty
No,
was
paintball
yours?
player, paintball
Fetty was
player.
Danny.
Woo! Thank you.
Fetty was like dope to watch though, but like I think it's the hype beast Oliver. Like just
Yeah.
because I was young, but like seeing you do your like crazy acrobatic dives to the air to like the Dorito and Galveston and stuff like that.
Well, tell League to take it off some of the bunkers so I can start doing again.
Cool dives
It's
and
so
stuff.
many.
Tom Cole. Tom
Yeah.
Cole.
Tom Cole.
Better off his FaceTiming you.
So Oliver.
It was just cool to see, man. It's just like the way like he was so aware of all the elements of the game and just making it basic, right? Where it's like, all right, I only have to worry about these few things if I'm in this position. And
I was just wondering, like, usually Oliver, it was like marketing for Dynasty. But at the same time, Greenspan was behind him and also Frege.
Yeah.
And in
They
that
like to say
case,
it's like Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen and
That's
Dennis
true.
Rodman would
Yeah.
have never done nothing. Yeah, because everyone likes to say Oliver, but Ryan was there and Frege was there.
yeah,
And Yosh
Yosh was
Don't
killing.
forget,
But
it.
Yosh
they
was
got
like-
the squad, boys. But Oliver gets all the credit. But Oliver is good. So
That's why it's hard to say like one specific person because
Yeah.
like if that was the case, I would say like the Russian Legion organization, the Dynasty, like just all these different people, like Goldman back in the heyday, or these people in certain times, or these people now. Like there's just so many really good paintball players. Where like even today, like some divisional players, I'll see like a certain like way they're doing something, like if it's a homie or not. I'm like, oh, I kind of like the way you're doing that, and then I'll break it down to further if like to suit my pro level, you know. It's just always learning something, whoever it is, you know.
I just think it's great to see like a new face like you because paintball, it's like we've seen these same. Somehow Oliver comes back, it wins again. It's like you guys like 42 now. He's a little bit more blown out.
He's a pirate.
It's like where is this new-
Pirate?
He's got like an eye patch
we're
now.
like, why are they still winning? There needs to be this fresh, new, young blood of talent coming in because that means then paintball is growing and
Yep.
people want to be playing. But we see a lot of Ryan's still there, Fetty's still here smashing people. So it's like to see like new faces like you and your buddy and these other kids coming in that are getting good is refreshing to me because it means paintball's growing and we're seeing new talent. So I'm just stoked to see like new faces. Even though I like Fetty and I like Oliver and
No,
Greenspan,
but I mean,
like
you're
Oliver,
right. You're
I
right.
like to see like this new young blood coming through the sport.
Yeah.
You
It's
also
important
can
for the
see
game.
Hurricanes.
Yeah.
They come in the league, and right now they play solid.
Who?
Hurricanes.
And Hurricane?
They're really good.
Team, yeah.
I mean, they're good
Yeah.
team. They like really. They don't have new players. They only Ripple from Europe, but they still they playing solid paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just connected. Like they've been playing like that since they went right when they went pro. I think they made their first Sunday and made it to the semis or something like that.
Okay, that's good.
Ooh,
Just-
do you know they never won the first place in semi-pro, and they took the first place.
Did they not?
Yeah, I remember that because
Or they just get second place every time and it was
second or third, something like that, and because they playing versus Blast most of the time, and like I mean they competing versus them, and somehow they went first place and Blast get down, and just woof.
So now I see like because they're playing against them all the time. This paintball fit camp.
Yeah, they're about to
with
go up.
the Stewart kid. and the brothers, the big boys.
Yep.
Like
Lucal.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least they seem to be grinding.
Oh, dude, always playing paintball.
And I think their dad owns the field out there, so they're just nonstop playing.
Just playing paintball,
That's
dude.
good. Like
Yeah.
I'm seeing some new like blood. I like that.
Yeah,
Like, I like. Let's get some new competition out here. That's all I'm saying.
And with like the kids league too, like there's like 3 or 4 kids teams in Florida, which is huge. Like 10-man rosters of little kids that are playing paintball.
Oh, that's
like
huge. That's
the ML Kings have a kids team, and it's just like a whole bunch of kids from Central Florida, and it's just these kids are in middle school talking about like, yeah, Fortnite this, Fortnite. Now we're talking about paintball.
So that's
you
what
know?
we need. That's
It's
huge.
just-
Yeah.
it's gonna change the game, and I think that's important. Like you're saying for me, and like I'm saying for them, like it's just important for that next generation, and taking it to that next step of Fedorov does this. Well, how do we do better than Fedorov?
I'm gonna be quit. That's it.
I can't. I don't know if I could take Greenspan out there at 55 still handling people. It'll be too much for me. I need this next young gun.
You have to run Dynasty,
Crew's gotta come in. Danny, come on, man. We gotta get someone out here. Hell yeah, though. All right, dude. I think that's it. We're gonna go and do some cool little video shoot stuff with
Hell
you.
yeah.
And this was dope, Fetty. Thank you, Connor. Thanks for coming out. Hey, and I'm gonna say it right here. I think with Connor and Fetty. Watch, this is gonna be documented. Hawks are winning this event, boys. Documented right here. Let's go. Cho Slord and the Hawks, baby. Let's go. You heard it right here. Thank you guys for coming. Full Experience Podcast. We out.
Let's go.
Come on, boys. Please win so I can clip that.